Do you hear that sound? That is the sound of another Patreon pick doing a 10x. We are on absolute fire right now when it comes to Patreon and picking amazing picks, gyms, oftentimes early. Take a look. This is what Crow has done over the last week and month, and in the time since we've picked it, we have seen it going from around 8 cents to now up above 80 cents. And on the time when I actually made the pick on Patreon, I said in the actual article that we could see this do a 10x, similarly to what we saw with Binance Coin, where it did a 10x. So now our exact prediction as to what would happen is coming true, once again proving that if you are taking the time to make a Patreon account, if you are taking the time to go and join there, it is paying off over and over and over and over and over and over again for our community as we continue to have some of the best picks in the entire world. I have not seen any Patreon group that is anywhere close to us when it comes to the picks. So even if you've never made an account before, if you want to go through the trouble to do that, it's worth it. We have two types of picks on Patreon. The first type is the big swing pick, which is going to be the Tkings, the Dogecoins, which have major long-term potential and can absolutely go crazy and make huge profits because they have a smaller market cap when we start. Then the other type of pick is the normal pick, and that's what Crow was, where it has that 5x, 10x potential, maybe not so much the 100x, but it's a little bit more steady and a little bit safer and much easier to buy if you're not as technical. So you have two different ways you can make money through the Patreon by getting these picks. Even if you're not technical, or if you don't know how to do the advanced picks, you can still participate in the normal picks, which there's one coming very soon here. I'm looking at one this week that could be about to go crazy. So make sure you're staying up to date on that, as we have seen some big updates when it comes to Dogecoin and Ethereum. By the way, the link to the Patreon right down there in the description. I'll also put it in the pinned comment, and you're welcome to join before the spots right now at 750 level are completely and totally sold out to the moon, but there are still some spots open at the other levels right now, as we are seeing. Take a look. California, Nevada, and Wyoming have some surprising results, but by far the biggest state when it comes to, or the biggest currency when it comes to the most name recognition in the most states is Dogecoin, and it's not even particularly close. Take a look at this. When it comes to the most popular and most searched crypto in each state, we have Dogecoin as number one in Oregon, Montana, Arizona, New Mexico, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Mississippi, Wisconsin, Michigan, Kentucky. Basically, it just keeps going and going. Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, a huge state, South Carolina. Then we keep going up in Maryland, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, over and over again. Even Hawaii coming in there. The most searched is Dogecoin, and that's kind of crazy when you consider how small Dogecoin is right now in market cap compared to where it's capable of being. With this much name recognition, with this many people searching it and knowing about it, when those catalysts do actually hop into place, people already know about it. A lot of people may already know how to buy it. They'll know people who have it, and it'll make that process of coming on board way easier. So that's why Dogecoin has really a big path to slide into. Dogecoin is special in the crypto space. There's nothing quite like it, but we do have to give some props as well to Shiba Inu coin, which has Texas, Wyoming, Nevada, California, and Washington, and also New York. So a lot of the bigger states actually have Shiba Inu coin as the most searched, and Dogecoin is number 2 in a lot of those states. Even though Dogecoin by far has the most states where it's number 1, we do have to give some props there. Then we also have Ethereum in a lot of states: Georgia, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Utah, Indiana, Ohio, Virginia, and Vermont have Ethereum as number 1. And for Bitcoin, we have Kansas, Arkansas, Mississippi, then we have West Virginia, we have Maine, and Connecticut. So that's basically how it goes. In Alaska as well, Bitcoin number 1. So a pretty wide variety. And then we have a couple strange ones like Colorado with Cardano. The double C's there kind of makes sense. And this really gives you an idea of which cryptocurrencies can absolutely pop off the most. Ethereum, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, so much name recognition there. The difference is Ethereum and Bitcoin already have a huge market cap. Dogecoin is tiny compared to where it's capable of being, with more name recognition than them. In a lot of states, than most of the top cryptos. Bitcoin's still number 1 technically around the world, but in states and in a lot of these places, Dogecoin really is making some big gains, and that's good timing for Dogecoin to be having higher name recognition as it has this whole entire year, because we are very close to the Dogecoin and Ethereum upgrade actually coming through. And when I say very close, I mean, take a look at this. You can actually see the map in place for how this is going to work. And what it's going to do is definitely transform and revolutionize the way that cryptocurrency works through the lens of Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum, making Dogecoin and Ethereum pairing up together one of the best actual advantages in the crypto space. You can see here, so this is how it works. The Dogecoin blockchain goes directly through Ethereum, and this is how you convert to Ethereum. Then the Doge contract and then the operator agent. And when you're switching the other way, it goes like this. And I actually switched it around right there, but we can see a little bit better here. So the Dogecoin blockchain basically goes directly to the Doge submitter agent through the super blockchain, which then goes to the super blocks through the Dogecoin chain manager, then through TrueBit system script verification, then through the Dogecoin Doge token contract to actually act as an Ethereum token. And if that sounds really complex, it's because it is. It's very complex. And basically all it does is it allows you to use Dogecoin right there as an Ethereum token to basically do some of the same things that ERC20 can do, which is very, very, very fast when it comes to the ability to make coins, when it comes to the ability to trade and buy NFTs. With DogeX, there's a big opportunity here as one of the biggest Dogecoin NFT projects ever, the biggest when it comes to the amount of people who love it. And you compare that to this, which is coming soon and will allow people to actually basically use Dogecoin as an Ethereum chain contract. And it's going to be exciting for so many different reasons, but especially now that we have Ethereum 2.0, the upgrade moving forward soon. It's trending on Twitter right now. Ethereum 2.0 is going to change the way that the transaction fees work, because right now you may be trying to buy an NFT, you may be trying to buy cryptocurrency, and you may be faced with a massive transaction fee, a massive miner fee rather, where you can pay $100, $200, $50 if you get really lucky, which is insane. If you're trading a small amount, it makes it not even worth it anymore at that point. You gotta trade bigger amounts for it to even have any sense at all worth doing. And that's done two things. It has allowed for some of these crypto picks to go even more crazy because people are investing more into them because of the gas fees. They still want to invest anyway. So now instead of putting 1,000 in, maybe you'll put 3,000 in to make it actually worth it to invest. However, for people who are just wanting to invest a couple hundred or 500 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however much you want to invest, you can't do that very easily because you're going to immediately be down 50% from that insanely high gas fee. So with this going through, it's going to not only help Ethereum, but then set the stage perfectly for the Doge ETH bridge. By the way, Vitalik Buterin is not doing this for any other coins. The Ethereum team is not doing this for any other coins. Why Dogecoin? Because of its fun memeability factor. Because people love it. And so a lot of people will argue, well, Dogecoin is too memey to be successful. That's actually one of the things that makes it popular and makes people willing to help it and makes the community better, makes that name recognition going up, which is going to lead to some of those bigger spikes. People are discounting that. That's why Dogecoin right now is undervalued. And you have to find something that's undervalued in the market to make money. Otherwise, you're just going to most likely be filling someone else's bag by putting your money in. Exit liquidity is not what you want to be adding. You want to be making those gains. Now, if you make the right decisions, you don't have to lose in crypto. There's risks, obviously. Personally, I've only lost on 2 cryptos that I've ever invested in. The first one was Shiba Inu coin, and the reason why I invested in Shiba Inu coin at that high of a point is because I put out a poll that said, hey, if you guys can get this, or I put out a tweet that says, if you guys can get this to 10,000 retweets, then I'll invest a lot of money into Shiba Inu coin. So they were able to get it to that. I put a lot of money in. I think it was like 15,000, and then it went down to, it's at 10,000 right now. So it went down around 5,000. Normally I wouldn't put money into a crypto that high, especially not more than a few thousand maybe, but we did it for the community. Then I don't really see a lot of chances in crypto where you are going to lose money if you do the research first. I mean, as long as you know what you're investing in, you put the time and the effort, or you go through Patreon, which is another way to hopefully increase your odds. There's no guarantees anywhere, right? But if you are making the right moves, then you're very unlikely to lose money. You're way more likely to gain it, especially once you are starting to understand where the future is. This person says having 32 ETH staked in ETH 2.0 will probably set you for life. 32 ETH worth approximately $130,000, $140,000 in that range. And what they're talking about here is ETH 2.0 is going to massively expand staking opportunities. You can make more than 8%, between 8 and 20% per year on your money by holding it in Ethereum, which is going to incentivize people to hold longer. That doesn't mean it's going to be crash proof, because right now the Ethereum's current price and Bitcoin's current price is susceptible. And if we do see an insane fall in the housing market, it is going to cause it to crash, period. Now, a few cryptos will most likely survive this crash pretty dang well with only small, minimal falls. Dogecoin is one of the ones that I have a ton of confidence in regardless, but that's why we're continuing to watch that. Now, what we hope for as crypto investors is more negative stuff in other areas that will help us, kind of. I mean, I don't necessarily want people to not be able to afford houses, but at the same time, I do want crypto to go up. So like, how do you balance that in your mind? Which one of those things do you want? Why can't we have both? Well, you can't, necessarily, because a lot of that money is going to go into either one or the other. So you have to kind of be picking and choosing which ones you want. And since a lot of us are in crypto, we may be more inclined to hope that housing prices stay high, which also will in turn make some people happy if they already own property. But if you're trying to buy a house, well, you're not going to be too happy about that necessarily. So if the housing prices do continue to have that bad spree of going up extremely fast, bad in the sense of if you're trying to buy a house, then it is going to help crypto move forward. But if we do see that trend continue where it just started to go down a little bit, and if it falls really fast, that's going to be negative. And so that's why we're watching that and monitoring it closely. But 32 ETH, it wouldn't be enough to retire off of or anywhere close. You'd be making probably around $15,000 a year from that. But if the price of Ethereum goes up over time, if you hold it for 5-10 years, then maybe you could retire off of that. But it's going to be the same type of thing that we're seeing all across the board. Dogecoin with the Ethereum chain, with the Ethereum bridge, is going to have the ability to do some of the things it's doing. So we can also see Dogecoin staking increasing. We can see the holding of it have more benefits than it did before. A lot of people are not realizing just how big of a deal this could be for it if the moves are made in the right way, if the cards are laid down the best way possible. By the way, if you just came in, make sure to take a second to press the button. If you do it every live, then thank you for that. It really is helping. Our channel would not be anywhere near where it is without all of us participating, liking, and commenting. All of that helps the YouTube algorithm. It tells people, hey, we should go watch this video. It recommends it to new people. Then they come in and join our community. Then we have more influence as a community, which helps us all massively. So it's kind of silly. Like, a lot of us press like button in a lot of videos, but there's some people who are listening right now and still aren't going to press it, even though if you do, then it'll probably help you. So it's kind of weird, right? Like, don't we wonder, those people out there who never press it, don't we wonder why? It's an interesting, curious situation, because you'd think everyone would be like, oh, it takes 1 second to do and it helps me. Oh, why wouldn't I just do it every video right away? Thoughts on Xenu? Pass. Then we have thoughts on Hero Inu. Pass. Then we'll okay, no, I won't be that mean. We'll check it out. It's called Xenu. I have not heard too much about Xenu, but I will check it out. I think I've heard people mention it a couple of times. Oh, actually, Zombie Inu. I forgot. I actually did put a tiny bit of money into this. Let's see what it's doing now. I think one of my friends told me to invest in it like a couple weeks ago. I think I put a tiny money into this Zombie Inu. I forgot it was called Xenu though. I haven't even thought about it since I put my money in hardly at all. But that's interesting. It's called Zombie Inu. It looks like it has gone up a decent amount. I put it in, I think, right around there. So my investment has about doubled from that. I put in a small amount, was around 1 ETH or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of a funny one. I don't think it has long-term potential at all, but there are opportunities where you can ride waves like this. Is it a smart investment now? Well, it's a risky investment, that's for sure. To be honest, it may be, but probably not. It's like 50-50. You're either going to lose a lot of money or make a decent amount of money, which I know that's like, I'm splitting the middle there. Come on, Matt, give us a real prediction. Well, you can't. Like, what am I supposed to say? Zombie Inu coin is going to have this thing that makes it go up. Okay, well, what? I don't see anything that'll make it go up. Well, what's going to make it go down? I don't see anything that'll make it go down. What do we have to go off of? Is the community going to push it up? Are Inu coins going to continue spiking? There's nothing to base a prediction off of, so I'm splitting it completely down the middle, because to be honest, I have no freaking clue what it's going to do. And I wish I knew. It would be nice if we could predict these more easily, but with these small, tiny, weirdo coins that don't have any actual use case or any development that's going on with them, it's all based on hype, and hype is the only thing in cryptocurrency that you can't even predict a little bit. I mean, you can try, like with Dogecoin, we knew there was the potential for the hype to happen. You can predict the potential for hype, but you can't predict the actual hype itself, or the amount of it that will happen, or when it will happen, or what it's going to cause when it comes to the price from the hype. All of that is on up for debate. Can you check out this MCC multi-chain capital yield farming on AVEX, FTM, and Polygon? DEX tools 45 million market cap in 3 days. Actually, yes, I will check that out. MCC multi-chain capital. I wonder, is that the next big pick? We'll have to see. MCC crypto. And by the way, when I'm searching this, I'm normally going to CoinMarketCap because it'll tell you some information about it. But there's also other places. DEX tools, especially for smaller coins, will let you see that market cap in a very accurate way. It'll also let you see the minute chart of the price, which can be extremely important if you are trading closely. If you see a few red candles on the minute chart in a row, well, you could be in trouble. It could be about to fall more. You could also be looking at green candles and seeing an optimistic chart. By looking specifically at the minute candles, it gives you a way more real-time answer. Magic Cube coin, is that it? I do not see which one you're talking about. Multi-chain capital coin. Oh yeah, Satima has been getting a weird amount of hype, actually. Impressively weird amount of hype. I don't know why. Do I see anything impressive about Satima? To be honest, no. But I wish people the best if they're investing in it. I really do. Because why wouldn't we want all of us to make more money? You know what I'll do? I'm going to search multi-chain capital after the live is over, and I will get back to you on that next live, because I need to do a little bit more research about it, and I couldn't find it right off the bat. But anyway, I'm at Wallace. Make sure you're having fun. If you want to join the Patreon, there's once again a link in the description, in the pinned comment. Check it out. It's absolutely worth it to do, especially with the new normal pick, not a big swing pick, a new normal pick, easy to access, is coming very soon that everyone can get on board with if you want to. I'm at Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.